Welcome to today's stream where we are going to be playing around with a new schedule where we're, as you guys can see, starting a bit earlier and going longer. We're going to be aiming for about 2 hours, possibly 3. We'll see how it goes. But let's go ahead and get started. I am going to start with our Crusader because I want to level him up a bit more, possibly try to max out his... well, not max out, but get all his gear unlocked. Although I have to say, I think this is a glitch because that power ranking is far and away higher than even my Psyker, who's like double this dude's level, so I think there's a bit of an issue there, but oh well. Let's continue murdering shit in the secret battle. How's it going, Ruby? Welcome to today's stream. Alright, clear the entire area of hostiles. Well, I have the gear to do just that. See how this goes. Oh, I didn't experiment with the difficulty. I was kind of wanting to try this on a higher difficulty. Damn, I'm still not used to that feature being there where I can actually increase the mission's difficulty. Ah, well. We got this anyway.
Only corruption lies beyond the veil.
Let's
There's
bust
nothing
out
but
the flamer.
suffering and death beneath the stars.
Hello, Niall. Welcome to the stream. Blow all these guys up. Okay, I thought at least one of those dudes would have survived that, but no, apparently not.
Refuse to be a slave.
I think that dude just rushed into the fire and just murdered himself. I didn't even have anything to do with that. You know, I can lob a grenade over there, right? You're not safe.
The Imperial scum kneel to none.
Okay. Had enough... oh, Jesus. Okay. Not a big fan of the shotgun ogre in there. That's rough. I'm a big fan of that, though. Let's see here. More loot. Man, I wish I had something that could reach over there. Let's lob a... drop some flames over there. Got a few of them. Not as many as I would have hoped. Actually, no, Niall, sorry. I have not played any of Vermintide 2 yet. I want to because I didn't play Vermintide 1 and I feel like I may have missed out on that particular game. And from what I've seen of people streaming Vermintide 2, it actually looks like a lot of fun.
Reconstructed. Combat effectiveness of enemy units decreased. No logical explanation to the phenomenon.
Yeah, I've always liked those, just back on the topic of Vermintide 2, I've always liked those co-op, well, that style of game, I guess, what, the Left 4 Dead 2 style would be probably the best description. At least that's the description I always hear people use when they talk about Vermintide.
Take this.
And let's chuck a grenade in there for good measure. I find it really weird that that's the phrase they decided to give the the ogre. So how about you, Niall? Have you played Vermintide 2? What do you think of it if you have? Because so far, none of my friends have actually, like, have an opinion on it because they haven't actually played it yet. My only exposure to it has been, like, streamers. So, haven't actually talked to anybody who has played it.
Kill the Imperial scum.
Ah, nice. Come on, burn that dude. Ah, very nice. Okay, I'm gonna back up because this dude just does not want to stop suppressing me.
Kneel to none.
Alright, I'm gonna back off and rebuild our suppression bar. Wow, I just cannot get any abilities off. Right there.
Another corpse to loot.
Your head is mine.
Okay, we're just gonna do our normal attack then.
Bash the tyrant.
I've seen a few of those missions get really intense on Vermintide. There he is. That bastard's finally dead. Jesus. Now, I've only really seen people play Vermintide 2, the multiplayer. Thing is, there, even on the multiplayer, is there any type of plot line or anything to that? Because, I mean, it's not necessary for a game like that, but I am curious.
Down with the Imperium.
You know what, Bulgrin? Burn. Just burn. There we go. Okay, all these areas are clear.
The Inquisitor must.
God, I love when they can't even finish their damn sentences. That's what they get. I'll just throw a grenade over there. Finish the rest of them. And right there. Persistent fire trap. That should stop the rest of those bastards from getting through.
I strike this,
Ooh,
cowards.
let's burn the psychers. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. I'm not gonna let it finish.
Kill the Imperial scum. Refuse to be a slave.
Well, slave to the Emperor. You're still slaves to Chaos, as I've mentioned before. Alright, who needs to get blown to hell here? I'd say, oh, goddamn.
Down with the another corpse to loot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him burn to death in that fire. Always seems like the way to go.
Down with the Imperium. Time for payback.
Yep, do not need whatever that thing is. Demolisher. Lovely. At least it could be worse. I mean, I absolutely hate having to deal with the Vanquisher. That plasma cannon is brutal. And boom. Not sure this is the best weapon to attempt to tackle the Demolisher with. But the persistent flame underneath can't hurt, right? Yeah. He's got his own flame. Oh, damn it. That was my fault for staying still right there. Well, now I guess I get to just cook the guys inside the tank, huh?
A fine sacrifice for the Emperor.
Well, while I do agree it's a fine sacrifice, it's not really the sacrifice he typically wants, though, is it? Unless there were some psychers crewing that tank, which I highly doubt. Yeah, I gotta say, I was not expecting to like this weapon as much as I do, and I actually love the flamer, the heavy flamer. It's so much fun. Hi, guys. Let's just cook the turrets.
Refuse to be a slave.
And you guys just eat that gigantic explosion of fire. Alright, let's deal with you guys. Hey guys, enjoy. Let's go let them cook in that.
Down with the Imperium. Smash the.
Just burn to death. I do not like ogre enforcers. That's one way to clear a room. Jesus. Just spin in a circle with the fire. There we go. Where, oh where are the last enemies? Have to be on this bridge, right? There's nowhere else they could be hiding. Don't think I missed any of the others. Okay, yeah, the flavor doesn't do anything really to cover. Okay, that's dead now. Ooh, I could use that signum, though. Come on, follow me.
Down with the Imperium.
Perseverance favors the bold. Give them more death.
Yeah, I always seem to be perpetually behind on appropriate signums. Yeah. God, I hate Comcast. Yeah, that was the whole issue behind me not being able to stream yesterday was Comcast loving, like, just deciding to go down for the vast majority of the day. Was aggravating as hell. Oh, how I hate those bastards. Makes it even worse is that they don't really have any worthwhile competition that offer even close to the same speeds in my area, so I'm kind of stuck. Alright, what am I unlocking? I don't know if I unlock anything at 19. Ooh, the multi-melta. Okay. I feel like I may owe this one another chance, too. But let's see how the new Thunderhammer compares. New Thunderhammer does not compare at all. Okay, and since this build over here, this gear focuses on heat, maybe time to bust out the multi-melta on this side. Let's see. Yeah, I'll give it a try, but I don't know that the multi-melta has all that much AoE stuff, and yeah, the AoE stuff's kind of what my build's on. And yeah, Ruby, the stream is planning to go, from here on out, I'm planning to stream a minimum of 2 hours, so starting at 5, going till 7. But I don't mind going up to 8, it just kind of depends on how things go, so minimum 2 hours, possibly 3. Alright, that one gives me melee. Huh. Doesn't really... Well, it is better than that signum. So we'll trade that out. Alright. We're almost maxed out on area of effect things for the... Ooh, that'll work for us, though. Effect range for cone skills and line skills increased by 10%. Well, I think that'll actually help the Melta. Alright, let's get rid of some of this crap that we're carrying around that we don't actually need. And now we'll go to the better way of salvaging stuff. I just didn't want to accidentally lose my flamer. I really like this flamer. Okay, just work our way down. Getting to the point where I'm going to have to craft all new gear, but I think I'm going to try to do that in 5 level increments, so when we get to level 20, I'll recraft a bunch of my shit. Alright, let's go talk to you, see if you've got... Nope, you don't have a blueprint for me. Yeah, one thing I am happy about when this dude gets a higher level for my heavy bolter is my psyker managed to pick up an implant that gives -1 to spread, which is apparently the skill I should be looking for to make the most use out of my... what's it called? Out of my heavy bolter. Alright, returning to the secret battle. What shall we do? I think we should increase this up to... Let's go with hard at first. I can live with that. Yeah, impossible... I don't know. I think this dude would get murdered. Extreme... You know what? Extreme sounds like a good mix, so we'll do with extreme. Yes, Absent. The game has, for the most part for me, been really stable. I've only really had one crash recently, and that's been a while, actually. It's been quite some time. So, yeah, I'd say it's pretty damn stable at this point, at least for me. I can't speak to for other people. My understanding is...
Such a vast threat can only be fought with ingenuity.
Yeah, please be quiet, Caius. My understanding is I have friends and other people playing this game, though, that have an insane amount of... that had an insane amount of bugs, and they've gotten a lot better, but... Oh yeah, I've heard horror stories about how this game ran during the first couple weeks of early access. I wasn't playing that early. I think the game was out for like 3 months before I first got my hands on it. So yeah, my experience, I guess I just skipped over most of the really dark times. For me right now, the dark times the most seems to be the chat system. I am not a fan of it. Everything else has been pretty stable, though. Ah, and Stahor, thanks for letting me know. I didn't... Because I've been looking at finding ways to craft the Pyro Staff, but... yeah, I've been looking to craft the Pyro Staff, but if it's under Force Staff, cool. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, and Ruby, that's fine. Yeah, the stream's going to be going for at least 2 hours, so we'll be going until 7. I am going to see how it goes, but I'm considering also letting the daily streams go up to 3 hours, but it kind of depends on... Okay, at some point I need to take a look at... Haven't used the Melta in so damn long, I forgot the skills. So yeah, depending on how everything goes, we're looking at 2, possibly 3 hours a night. Alright, so let me look at my actual skills before I, you know, die because I'm using the wrong skills. Armor piercing, good. Overcharged shot, also armor piercing and compressed, gotcha. Area of effect, that's what I was looking for. I need an AoE ability. And then just our normal... Okay, cool. Alright. I think I got this. Well, that certainly wasn't where I wanted to shoot that at all.
Die, Inquisitor!
It's working pretty well. But I think it's being... Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think my biggest issue with the multi-melta is my build isn't really working for it all that great. My build is almost entirely AoE with this guy. Well, with this guy and my Psyker, so... That's probably gonna greatly reduce the effectiveness of this. I'm probably better off with that heavy flamer I was using earlier. I mean, it's still working well for me, but yeah, it looks like it could be a lot better.
Obey or die. The Inquisitor must die.
Okay, I am not used to guys still surviving an AoE attack.
Under the cloaks, Inquisitor.
Ah, thank you. Oh, okay. Ooh, that almost maxed out the heat, though.
The Inquisitor must die.
Basic attack is pretty damn effective, though.
Blood sacrifice.
And let's just throw this right here. Wow, he survived that.
Unleash death.
Alright, let's pick everything up. Excellent. Ooh, it's a new axe. I'll have to... it's a blue, though. Don't really like the blue items. I mean, they're a step up from the common items, but not much.
Refuse to be a slave for the rebellion.
Oh, I can hold to charge. I can hold on that one too. Ow. Well, I think it worked better if I didn't shoot it into a into the back of a piece of cover. So that was on me. And right there. Alright, so now these little dudes are about dead. Okay, that dude's just merging through the damn ground. I can come back and deal with... Let's just let the heat go down a little bit. Let's heal up. And then let's go play with the Dreadnought, who may force me to switch to the Thunderhammer. We'll see.
You cannot hurt me.
I'm just going to throw a grenade over here and deal with all you guys. Wow. What are you running at?
Sacred slaughter.
Damn, I just got murdered right there because my dude just ran right into that target. Actually, where the fuck was I? Over there. Let's go.
Another corpse to loot.
Really? There's just one of you. Don't be getting cocky. Loop up around here. Let's get... Yes, that one.
Unloading.
Come on.
You'll never take
Wow.
me alive.
Heal. Heal. Get away. That is one way to look at it. He just introduced himself as the pile to loot. Can I kill all this dudes? Sure, I'm fine talking about Gorilla Man. Yikes! You little fucking... Okay, I either... Oh, that's why. Ah! Kill the turrets. I haven't read the Horus Heresy novels about him, just the stuff... Just the novel since he woke up. Okay. I need to get out of this corner. Get out of this corner. Jesus. It's time to switch to the Thunderhammer. I've not tried, but from what I understand, no, it doesn't work. That part doesn't work.
Refuse to be a slave.
Yeah, no, currently if you use just the basic search for co-op game, as far as I can tell, that doesn't actually work. You're better off just not even... Just basically looking for a co-op game in chat than you are any other way. Okay, give me my hammer back. Okay, he's finally dead. Now let me go deal with this damn... Let's see here. Well, spoiler warnings for anybody who hasn't read the novels about, basically, Gilliman waking up in the 40k stuff. There are no actual novels about that, from what I understand, most of that was covered in the, yeah, most of that was covered in, like, the campaign books. But if you, you can still get... Jesus, you just tore his head off. That was much more effective. Okay.
No pity.
But in the... I think it's one of the first novels that focuses a lot on...
Refuse to be a slave.
I thought I killed you.
Inquisitor must die.
Yeah, I'll switch back to that. So, the rad charge ability? Yeah, it has a very slow cooldown for me. Anyway, yeah, when Guilliman woke up in that book, I think it's Dark Imperium, he talks a bit about his reactions when he first woke up, and they were not very pleasant. He was pretty unhappy about, you know, the religious turn that
I shall wear your
the fanatical cult basically that spread up around the Imperium. He's not a fan of the, you know, Ministorum. He's not a fan of any of that, but he also knows he can't really change it that quickly. So, yeah. And then there's he's kind of disillusioned since he woke up with his little encounter with his dad. He doesn't go into detail on that either. He just mentions, they're just excerpts about how he felt when he went and ran into dear old dad. And basically he felt like his dad saw him and the rest of his brothers basically... Okay, you need to be quiet. And all you do is need to be quiet. Anyway, he basically felt like the impression he got from when he communed with his father on Earth was he never really saw them as family. He never really saw them as anything other than just another tool. And that he was probably using his son's adoration of him and, you know, they're seeing him as a father figure as just another way to use them and keep them, you know, keep them of use. So, yeah, I kind of like that they took that approach, though, just because I like that they're, you know, he's not just some wholly perfect being that most of the novels try to get you to think he is, or most of the lore, I should say. Especially when it's a Space Marine book, you know what I mean? Ah, okay, so I'm gonna switch back to the multi-melta, and so I have to kill people with this. Oh, I didn't see that. The killed enemies leave behind a 3-meter large area of effect damage zone for 5 seconds. Yeah, you did say that in the last stream. Ruby, I was just saying there's not really a whole lot beyond that in the, you know, in the novel. He just... Honestly, I don't know, like, they don't really go into, like, a lot of, yeah, they don't really go into a lot more detail on that, just beyond the fact that he, yeah, he just basically sees, like, he does, like, the impression that Guilliman talks about, like, his push towards it, is that, like, the Emperor just doesn't really give a shit about much. Okay, let's get the hell up out of there. Switch to the hammer. So, yeah. You know, and again, it's not, you know, it's not talking that, like, that's, like, they don't actually tell you the exact interaction between the Emperor and, Guilliman. It's just his own recollections of how he felt during his little exchange with him. I gotta say, that'd be a really cool thing if, you know... So he is legitimately... Well, and that's the thing, too, is in the book, you know, Guilliman is quite, like, he mentions in the Dark Imperium that, as far as he's concerned, the Emperor has a lot to answer for, and he's actually quite angry at the Emperor throughout the Dark Imperium novel. So,
unloading.
and the thing is, he doesn't actually hide, like, his disdain for the whole
blood sacrifice.
You know, he doesn't hide his disdain for, like, what the Imperium's turned into either. Like, there's a whole section in the book where he's picking a new religious leader, whatever, for his crusade, and he actually has no problem talking to this priest about how he doesn't believe that the Emperor's, like, a divine being or any of that shit. And I am just tearing this dude up once I get in range. Like, his experience when he woke up the Emperor, like, when he didn't wake up the Emperor, but when he went to talk to the Emperor. As far as I can tell, no. He doesn't talk about that experience with anybody else. Basically, as far as he goes, is just arguing with, that one priest about whether or not the Emperor is, like, a god or anything. I anticipate that if he, like, they might be saving that conversation. Oh, about his frustration.
He deserved worse.
Not really,
Much
no.
worse.
But I anticipate, like, basically, I think they're probably saving that conversation for the next, like, when his next,
Pray for death, mortal!
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna save that conversation for whatever the next, I think they're saving that conversation for whenever the next Loyalist Primarch shows up. Because at this point, they're just periodically bringing out new Primarchs. I mean, I imagine he'll have that chat with one of his brothers once they come back. And yeah, like I said, he has that conversation about, like, the Emperor not being a god with, like, the priest, and the priest basically just responds with, like, you know, almost like, you know, he could still be, and yeah, it's basically, you know, how you would imagine someone who's been indoctrinated their whole life to believe the Emperor is a god. You imagine how they would react when someone, especially, you know, yeah, so he basically, yeah, the priest is just basically just spouting, like, rhetoric back to him. Now, he's a smart guy, but he's always, in his head, he's like, oh, how can I convince, you know, Gorilla Man to basically be, you know, to accept the divine nature of the Emperor and himself and blah, blah, blah. Basically kind of ignores Guilliman's statements that, yeah, no, he isn't an Emperor. You know, well, he is the Emperor, sorry. He isn't a god. God, that would be confusing. It's like, no, I'm not the Emperor. Nah. Within the Imperium, what do I think the strongest faction is? Well, honestly, I would have to say it would actually be, to me, the Adeptus, the Ministorum, just because since the whole Imperium, you know, has been basically brainwashed into thinking the Emperor's a god, if those people started basically, they could probably get trillions of people to just go on, like, a massive crusade to, you know, if they really wanted to, and yeah, send them on a massive crusade to just wipe out anybody who said otherwise. Military factions, if you're talking like factions you can actually play on the tabletop, I'd say in terms of the lore, in sheer numbers, you would have to go with the Imperial Guard, because they would just drown even all the Space Marine chapters combined. They just drown them in bodies. You know, if there was a civil war. So yeah.
Savor the pain.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that at all, Stahor, about... Oh, sorry, Horus. I don't doubt at all that the Ministorum is afraid of the Emperor waking up, because the Ministorum is the only one that's really kept any records of, like, historical events, and they've kept a lot of that shit hidden. And frankly... So they probably have a better grasp on the history and the Emperor's real feelings about the whole godhood and all the records of the... Jesus Christ, you guys need to back the hell off. There we go, we got a persistent killing field going there. Jesus, yeah. I imagine the Ministorum knows that if the Emperor comes back, it's like, you know, he's not going to tolerate the shit they've been pulling. You know, that wouldn't surprise me either, Ruby, that somebody maybe fucked around with the Golden Throne to make sure that the Emperor doesn't regenerate and wake up. That wouldn't surprise me. And yeah, Stahor, about the whole Adeptus Mechanicus, yeah, they'd be a pretty nasty faction if they wanted to go off on their own as well. I think the problem with the Mechanicus, though, is they would run into that issue with most of the Imperium basically not trusting them, so militarily they're nasty, but they wouldn't really be able to keep together an empire because, you know, one, like I said, people don't trust the bastards, and two, you know, most of them don't even see them as barely human in the first place. Oh, that sucks. He's behind me. There we go. Burn all those assholes to death. Yeah, he could be. I mean, you've all heard the... You know, the Emperor could turn into a Chaos God and still help mankind. I mean, you hear that whole thing about... You know, you hear that whole thing about, what's his name? Nurgle. You know, not being blatantly... not being blatantly evil, just a force of nature.
Watch the body wander aimlessly until it withers and dies.
I mean, he's disgusting as hell, but he's kind of like they said, he loves life. And actually, back to what you were saying before, Ruby, about how the story has to progress with the fall of Cadia and everything before Battlefleet Gothic 2. Dark Imperium takes place quite a bit after the fall of Cadia. I think like decades, if not longer. Woo, ranked up again. There we go, level 20. Time to get some new gear. I'll craft some new gear. Ooh, give me that reward. Excellent. Yeah, no, I am actually looking forward to that about getting the story together and everything before then, because one of the things that I do find kind of aggravating about Games Workshop and when they do anything with like the lore and moving shit forward is that if you read the novels, you only get a bit of the story. If you read the campaign books, like in the codexes and shit, you only get another small part of the story. It's like, just centralize it somehow. I mean, come on. I would love a full novel going into detail about all the stuff about, you know, like Gilliman being woken up and all that shit, but yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping that the game and everything building up to Battlefleet Gothic 2 just, yeah, kind of helps connect the dots and consolidate everything. Alright, do you have a blueprint for me? No. I don't think she's going to give me blueprints anymore. There have to be some that I don't have. I mean, seriously. So I think with my current build, I want to bring the Flamer back, but I am going to hang on to the multi-melta. How is this implant compared to what I've got? It's not bad. Take that. Oh, that's a melee damage one. Let's see how that compares to this one. Better than the purple, so let's trade that out. Oh, I also have the eye implant. That's a lot better than what I've been using, so yeah, let's take that. And the neural implant. Also better. Alright, let's go salvage everything else. Now, again, gonna quick salvage, like just do this slower salvage method to get rid of those, because I don't want to get rid of this multi-melta. Oh, I think you'd find that there were a lot of people that would sign that waiver, dude. Undergo Space Marine. Yeah, I think there'd be a lot of people that would go with that. Yeah, Abaddon will always fail, but to be fair, my issue with that is, you know, they always have to have something that pops up at the last minute to save the Imperium, so... And it just so happens that since he's basically the face of the Chaos Marines, he has to lose or the Imperium falls. Now, one thing I hope that they start to expand on because of the whole box game that's coming out, what was it, the Adeptus Mechanicus versus the Necrons? Oh, Lord, I really hope they move on with the lore on that and maybe revisit the thing in the old codexes. I think it may have been the first Necron codex that kind of hints that one of the Satan is chilling in, you know, on Mars. That would be amazing. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to, hoping, you know, when the lore moves forward. Alright, shall we move on to the Secrets of the Caligari Sector? I think we should. Sure, go ahead. Oh, was there actually something about that?
Agents of the ruinous powers created war prisoners.
Depends on which ones. Like most of the space Smurfs, as you put them, were actually quite awestruck and cause for celebration and all that when he woke up. The leadership, not so much. Like, you have all the nobles and whatever in Ultramar, like all the people ruling and handling his planets were not quite pleased by his wake up, because he wanted to redraw, like in the books, he wanted to redraw the maps and shit, and they were pissed about some of the territories that they were losing. Well, actually, with that, Stahor, wasn't he... Caligari was pretty happy at first, but then he started to... I don't know about resenting it, but he started to feel... Yeah, so, the Ultramarines, most of them were quite happy and awestruck at his, awakening, but Caligari at first was, but if I remember correctly from the books, later on he just feels more and more like... like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the right way to put this. Well, one of it was, feeling a bit insignificant after, he's been essentially a mini emperor in his own domain for, Jesus, I don't know how old Caligari is, but for a very long-ass time before he woke up. And, anytime... Guilliman criticized or said anything about the way that operations were going on in Ultramar, or something about the history of Ultramar that Caligari was a part of. There were parts in the book seemed almost like he was taking it as a personal attack, and also feeling like he was letting his lord, his father, whatever, however you want to put it, down. So he's not too happy at the moment. Like, at the end of that book, he's not a huge... it would not surprise me if they might be setting Caligari up to potentially, turn on Guilliman. That's just kind of the vibe I got from the book. So whether or not they're planning on it, I don't know, but that's the vibe I got, is that he was, by the end of it, he wasn't all that pleased. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is it might be just like a mini recreation of the Horus heresy, but in Ultramar. Yeah, it's basically what happened, Horus. Dad came back and put baby in the stroller, and yeah, Caligari was not all that happy about that part of it. And it's funny, with all the stuff that, with all the stuff that Guilliman has said that, the Emperor has to answer for this, and, he, blah, blah, blah. He's kind of doing the same thing. And he's also, another thing that I think that might be triggering it, because it's also angering some people in some of the Ultramarines as well, is him basically shoving the Primaris down everybody's throat. So, yeah, even some of the Ultramarines were unhappy about that, especially when he starts putting, like, hey, look, these are these brand new people. You don't know who the fuck they are, but they're new, better versions of you. And, I'm putting this basically rookie compared to you guys, who's been... hasn't really been campaigning for a very long time. I'm going to put him in charge of a sector of Ultramar space, even though, frankly, you guys have been taking care of it for a while. That would be interesting if Guilliman separated himself from the rest of the Imperium.
Eat this filth.
But I don't think that's an option that's going to happen, but possibly later when there's more... Possibly later when there's more of his brothers awake. But I think right now he'd feel guilty about basically abandoning that many billions of people to... Well, billions. Trillions. Yeah, and I think the issue in 30k Stahor was that some more of his brothers were around that could handle the rest of the Imperium. I think right now, just my gut feeling, I think he would just feel, you know, I don't think he could bring himself to abandon that many, you know, that many normal people and the rest of the Space Marines that don't have their Primarchs around.
Off with the head.
But either way, my hope out of all this is that we see some type of Imperial Civil War. Just, it has to. Like, eventually some of the other Space Marine chapters are gonna tell, you know, Gorilla Man and his people to go fuck themselves. It's gonna happen unless they're just going to completely gloss over it and say, oh no, you know what, they took his orders without question.
Off with the head.
But yeah, sorry, the thing I was not, I didn't finish my thought from earlier, sorry about that, I got a little distracted, was one of the things that I found funny about the books is some of the stuff that Guilliman is doing in the book to, you know, basically how he's treating Caligari and everything. It basically kind of feels like he is pulling some of the same moves that, you know, the Emperor did. He's kind of not considering just how much his, you know, children worship him. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a mini Horus Heresy type thing where a bunch of Ultramarines and other chapters are like, we're out, fuck you.
For the Chaos Gods!
The rift is sealed, but our job isn't done yet.
Eat this filth.
Throw a grenade down there, clear these assholes out. There we go.
Let me.
That is very true, Stahor. They explain in Dark Imperium just how Guilliman's mind works and why he's such a good administrator and empire builder. That's just the way his brain is wired.
Sacred slaughter.
Like when they talk about just the sheer amount of shit his brain can keep track of and all that, it's friggin' crazy. Okay, I just overheated my weapon. Okay, grenade right here. That's true too. Most of the Primarchs don't really have any desire to rule an empire. Can you imagine what would happen if friggin' Russ tried to lead an empire? All that dude wants to do is basically drink and kill. Sorry about that. Fair enough, Ruby.
Sacred murder.
Alright, let's... Wow, that's a big-ass group right there.
Volley fire.
I have just the thing for them. Hey, guys!
Die, human.
Oh, shit. And, wow, that was way too much firepower.
Back to you, false emperor. Eat this.
I do have to say, though, I am very curious what they're going to do. Can you shut up and get rid of this? I'm trying to fight. I am very curious to see how they're going to handle lore-wise. Like, in the novels and shit, when the other loyalists wake up. Because, yeah, not all of them are going to get along with each other very well, and frankly, some of them are going to be a bit more vocal and blunt, again, possibly Russ, when they tell Gilliman what he can do with his ideas. So yeah, I don't know, I'm curious. Now, to be fair, I don't know that we'll ever get an answer to any of that, because, I mean, they're getting better about it, but Games Workshop has a habit of not taking advantage of situations like that. They have a habit of basically just glossing over shit like that just so that things can get back to business as usual. So... wow, that is a lot of Chaos Marines just chilling right there in a group. Let's let them all burn together, which is what they did. Yeah, sadly, Horus, the shut up and give us your money has been Games Workshop's approach for many years. Like I said, they're getting better, and I like the direction they're currently going, but, eh. Look at all this. Ooh, shit, that's an old-ass purity seal. Also, Ruby, one last thing I might want to mention about Gorilla Man with the most recent book that I don't think we covered was, one of the things that he is most upset and angry about with the current state of the Imperium is how much knowledge is being hidden, destroyed, not recorded, whatever. It pisses him off, so he's kind of gone back to doing, what were they called during the, what were they called during the, there was a specific word for people during the Great Crusade in the Horus Heresy books that accompanied every, but they accompanied every fleet during the Horus Heresy that were basically recording history and shit. And so basically he is trying to reincorporate that, where he has people trying to rebuild recording everything from his current or just recently ended crusade, and also trying to collect and rebuild knowledge that has been lost since he's been asleep and all that shit. He's got like a whole army of people spreading out. Yeah, chroniclers, basically. He has a whole army of these dudes spreading out across the galaxy, basically excavating ruins, tracking down books, tracking down records, tracking down everything to try to rebuild the history of the human race, basically, and the Imperium, because all the shit that's lost. So that's kind of something that they go into in the book, and I didn't feel like we covered, so I figured I'd bring that up. That's true, Horus. The rogue traders do a lot of that stuff, but a lot of that stuff gets excavated and then the Inquisition or the Ministorum or somebody's like, yep, nope, we can't have people seeing that, so let's lock it in a vault or burn it. And yeah, Stahor, that's why I've been saving a lot of my relics, is since I can combine them, every relic I can, I am keeping in, well, I guess it's called a stasis casket. I was just going to say a storage box for eventual combination and upgrades. Alright, so let's salvage some shit. Let's salvage that. But yeah, in that book, he vents his frustration about how much knowledge and shit has been lost. Several times, actually. Now, one thing I was very disappointed about in that book about Guerrillamen, I think my biggest frustration and complaint about that book is the one thing that you would think, one of the organizations that you think he would have a big issue with, he never really addresses in the book, because you would think he would be absolutely horrified by the Inquisition and the shit they do. But he barely even mentions them in the book and doesn't even say a thing about it. So, yeah. Yeah, I tried that once before, Stahor, with boosting the power number with the relics fused. Experimented with some of the earlier relics I picked up, so... Yeah, I like the system, I just wish I could get more relics for it. Alright, so... I think, now that this dude is at level 20, it might just... Well, actually, let's get some shit crafting for him, and then let's move on to the Psyker and blow some shit up, shall we? Alright, let's go with... We could also go with the Assassin if you guys would like, but bear in mind, if I created an Assassin at this point, we'd have to sit through the opening tutorial levels as well, so I kind of leave it up to you guys if you guys want me to try that. Alright, crafting. Let's go with armor first. Okay, let's see if I have any advanced materials to use. I do. I'm going to use a couple of these. Cool. Well, unless anybody has any other complaints, any complaints or issues with me switching over to the Assassin, it looks like that's what we're going with. I'm going to craft a few of these real quick because I want to get some nice armor for this dude. Yeah, that's true. I will be starting everything over in May anyway. Okay, so we are crafting a new set of armor. It might be time to craft a new one of these, because this armor, this grenade launcher is freaking amazing. Kind of wish I had a great axe I could craft, but all I have is a power axe. I'm not a huge fan of power axe. Alright. Okay, we need new main implant. Okay, that's all the implants I can make here. But I do... I actually have made some progress with Battlefleet Gothic. An episode of that will be going up tomorrow. So, yep, we have made some progress, and the video will actually be longer. I'm actually trying, because of how much content there is in Battlefleet Gothic and our RimWorld 40k series, I actually am playing around with, and you may have noticed it already for RimWorld, the episodes are going to be getting longer. So, alright, so we have a grenade launcher coming up there. Got a main implant, so we need an eye implant and a neural implant. Hey, you never know. Give that, you know, give it a try. Go ahead and pitch that idea to Neocore. They might be willing to. And yeah, Ruby, that's fine. Feel free to watch it and criticize. As I've said before, I do not mind constructive criticism in the slightest. Let me finish my crafting, and we'll see if we can actually get some co-op. Oh, I know. I just wanted to point out, though, that I actually do not mind constructive criticism. So yeah, feel free. Can't be afraid of a little criticism here and there. You know what I mean? It's helpful. So let's go ahead and craft this eye implant, and we need a neural implant, I think. And I guess that's a... There we go. And I guess that's a question to ask, because it looks like somebody in the Cabal I'm a member of may want to get in on some co-op. Would you guys prefer to watch me go through and start with a assassin, or would you guys like me to go for some co-op on the stream? Let me know. And yeah, if it weren't for your constant reminders that I like standing in shit all the time in this game, Horace, how would I ever learn otherwise? Cool. Any other votes for co-op or assassin? Oh yeah, I did a co-op session with like a couple, you know, with I think the biggest I went through was 2 other players. So, hey, we can do a bit of assassin later. Let me just see if we can do co-op real quick. Oh yeah, we can do that. I can do a bit of co-op, and then we can switch over to the assassin. So we can do both today. see how this works real quick. See if they're still up for it. And like I've said before, I always like to ask if the other people that want to play co-op or anything are okay with it being streamed or recorded. Because I think it's kind of a dick move to have people, you know, be on a stream or recording without their consent. Okay, so it looks like we might just... Yeah, it looks like they're in a mission right now, so... Yeah, I'll just switch over to my Psyker real quick. Yeah, I did watch Hydra's video on the dev stream. It actually... I like the boss enemy system that they were talking about. And I definitely like the idea that you can finally customize your character a bit. That was something I felt this game was sorely lacking. So we might just chill around here waiting for these guys to finish the mission so we can jump in on the next one. So, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out for this game that have me excited, like... But yeah, no, I like all the stuff that I've heard that are coming out for this game, like not only that dev stream, but also the stuff about the vehicles in the previous video of Hydra's, the Imperial Knight. But I also love the fact that they discussed the orcs, they discussed other Chaos Marine chapters. It just... I really like where this game is going. You know, provided they actually... you know, deliver on all the stuff that they are talking about delivering. You know, I am trying to be cautiously optimistic because, oh, so many early access games have burned me. So hopefully they deliver. What about you guys? What'd you guys... for anybody who watched either the dev stream or Hydra's video on that dev stream, or anybody's video on the Neocore dev stream from like 2-3 days ago, what'd you guys think? What features kind of jumped out at you? Because, yeah, they went over a lot of stuff. Now, granted, they glossed over a lot of stuff, too, that I guess they weren't able to talk about yet. So, Jesus. Yeah, I have heard that, Stahor. Van Helsing, I heard that that was a pretty good game. Not amazing, but pretty good. I never played it myself, though. Now, I was disappointed. One thing that I was disappointed in that video, and not in Airsick Hydra's video, but disappointed in with the dev stream, was that they kind of glossed over and did not talk at all, really, about the retinue system, which is kind of what I'm looking forward to the most. Is I like the idea of having a retinue, and it bugs me that they haven't expounded on that since, you know, since the game's been out. So, yeah. And I agree with you, Stahor. This game does seem to have the best plot so far of most action RPGs. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Diablo series and all the plot and storyline and the writing in those games. But aside from Diablo, when you look at the action RPG genre, they tend to skip over story or just ignore it entirely quite frequently. Oh, Van Helsing having the best plot. Oh, really? I may have to give that a try. Like I said, I never got around to playing it. So, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's too early to talk about the plot of Martyr. We don't have all of it, but what I saw early in the game was pretty nice. And I agree with you, Horace. I do have issues with games that don't let you play offline. It is one of my big complaints about Inquisitor Martyrs not being able to play single player offline. And yeah, it was a huge complaint I had about Diablo 3, but yeah, it's not really a whole lot you can do about it. I mean, that seems to be the trend for a lot of these games. Then again, you can always do, you know, there's always the option that they always say, you know, you can vote for your wallet, but I don't think I have the willpower to... Obviously, I didn't have the willpower to vote with my wallet when it came to not buying Martyr, as I paid for it in early access at a rate that was far more expensive than any other early access game I've ever paid for. So... let's hope these guys should be done with the mission fairly quickly. With these guys all together, they should tear through most missions very quickly. Now, I gotta say, one of the most amusing and nerve-wracking things about playing co-op in this game is if you are playing as the Psyker, or if you are playing a co-op mission and someone else is a Psyker, you have to watch your ass that you're not basically murdering your entire team with warp heat. Oh yeah, for me this game was always worth the price, but that's because, for me, huge 40k fanboy. In my opinion, when I bought it, it wasn't worth the price unless you were a huge, 40k fanboy, because, the content just wasn't there, and the game was, not amazing at that time. But yeah, for me, I feel like this game has been more than worth the money for me, and, considering I don't have to buy it again on final release, I'm okay with it, and I am quite, I feel like I got my money's worth. What the... Oh, sorry about that. I have a chat moderator bot in my stream that is kind of weird. Yeah, I've had people tell me that before too, that it will freak out over somebody posting a link, but there were no links in their message, so I'm not sure what's going on. I might have to change the settings. Um... Okay, let's... Alright, we have some... Wow, okay. We have a fairly large co-op game going. We're going to be going with 3 other people. And I don't really blame you, Ruby, for not forgiving Dawn of War 3. I wanted to like that game so much, I just couldn't. It just... Might also be the fact that we've talked about it before, they kind of went too far down the MOBA route, and I've never been a fan of MOBAs. Granted, I've only tried 2, and didn't like either one of them, so, yeah. And yeah, that's true, Stahor. The narration in Martyr is a bit simple, especially without any of the supporting characters, but hopefully they add to that and they straighten things up. I mean, so far we've only got, what, actual dialogue and story for the first 2 chapters? And even then, I would be surprised if they didn't expand that quite a bit in the first 2 chapters. Okay, it looks like we're doing a purge mission with a 4-man party. Let's get the firepower out. So on to the co-op. And let's hope I don't murder my entire party with warp heat. I wonder if any of these other players are psychers as well. Because I don't think I've ever actually played co-op with another psyker. Okay. Mission may or may not load at this point. Possibly. Oh, Jesus, Stahor, that would be brutal. First of all, I think the mission would be over very quickly with 4 psychers all having max warp heat. That'd be insane. You know, I actually don't know if the opponents get stronger with the size of the group. I do know that everybody scales up to the up or down to the power level of the person who is leading the group. Stahor might know. He actually knows a lot more about the details in this game than I do. Do you know if they, Stahor, do you know if the enemies get stronger or more numerous the larger the group? Ah, okay. Might be something I'll have to look into then, because you've got me curious. Game hasn't crashed. There we go. In we go.
Maim the heretic. Slay the treacherous Xenos. Banish the fork-tongued demon spawn.
Alright, let's put on Death Augury. Wow, it looks like a bunch of Crusaders. Alright, so yeah, it's me and 3 Crusaders. Alright, let's blast this group. There he goes. Okay, where are we going?
I spit on your emperor. Smash the tyrant.
I like that they went all out with the heresy on the on the voice actors for the traitor guardsmen. It was pretty understated before.
I obey or die.
Alright, let's roast these guys. Oh, poor Pete back here.
The Inquisitor must die. You'll never take me alive.
Yeah, the map is a bit tight for this many players, but yeah, I still a big fan of the co-op. Like I said, this is the biggest group I've played with. Okay, you know what? You can die real quick. I will follow this dude.
Down with the Imperium.
Man, I kind of wish my warp heat didn't build up as fast as it does, but I know they had to kind of do that to... Oh no, you guys are not going to be using that turret today. Oh shit, there's one of those purple tornadoes. Ah, go away. Ow, ow, ow. That thing, I actually got trapped in the ground. It wasn't that big of a risk to go after the dude, that dude in the back. Those Imperial Guardsmen. I mean, if there were a bunch of Chaos Marines, yeah, I would have stayed back. But yeah, I should let the tanky Crusaders take the front. Hi guys.
I obey or die.
Oh, look at this group back here.
I spit on your.
Let's deal with this. I'll let these turrets behind me take out that dude. And I'm gonna move.
Yield to none.
Die, Ogren, die.
Refuse to be a slave.
I still love that line. I refuse to be a slave, but I'm working for Chaos. It's like, I think you're confused, bud.
Obey or die.
And then they follow it up with obey or die, huh? Refuse to be a slave. I refuse to be a slave, but you, I'm okay with you being a slave. Ah. And here you can see the biggest weakness, one of the biggest weaknesses of the Psyker, in that I am... Okay, I guess I'll follow the rest of the group. I am slow as hell. Yeah, everybody. God, you should see me play a co-op game with an assassin. Like, I think the assassin, like, I had never managed to stay next to the assassin. Like, that dude, or lady, sorry, just... Yeah, just no way I can even remotely keep up. It's crazy.
The Inquisitor kneel to none.
Like, at this point, I think I would need, like, the teleport skill that I used to have to just keep up with it. Like, look at that shit! You know what? I'll make a shortcut. Okay, I did not break it. I thought I would.
To none.
Come on. Okay, I'm about to max out Warp Heat. I don't want to kill my team. And I very well could at max Warp Heat.
Time for payback.
Try to kill these guys off to alleviate the Warp Heat issue.
You are no Astartes.
Ah, about to die.
You can certainly fight, Inquisitor.
Let's deal with the Bullgrin. Yeah, these guys are fast as hell. I've played with Pray for Mojo before. Ah, Jesus Christ. Big explosion. And yeah, I could not even remotely keep up with them. Jesus. Okay, move. He's about to shoot his big gun. We got him, I think.
A fine sacrifice for the Emperor.
Somebody's got a chain blade, a chain sword going full bore right now. What the hell was that? I've had it kill me.
Once again, the enemies of the
Oh, is everybody dead?
Imperium failed miserably.
Oh, it is. They all actually split up. I usually get pretty good loot from the co-op missions as well. Yeah, it looks like the Frost here went off and finished the other side of the mission on his own. Well, I mean, it works, right? Let's see what kind of loot I get. Nothing up there that I'd want to use. Maybe the eye implant. Let's find out. Man, I don't want to give up the DOT duration, though. Nah, I'm good with what I got. So I am going to come down here. I'm going to salvage some shit. And as always, there's going to be some stuff I can't get rid of. So at least it gives me some money too, because I gotta sell it. No blueprints still. God damn. Let's see. What are the cards? Yeah, Trader or Horde tend to be my favorite missions for Tarot. So yeah, I don't know what build they've got going on with those Crusaders, but yeah, they are fast as hell. I know there are ways to speed up my movement. Yeah, I'll stick with Trader. But yeah, I don't know that I'd ever get quite that fast. Can't use any of this stuff. Partly because this isn't for my class, but still. Okay. An assassination mission. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. I think we'll be sitting at the load screen a little bit longer. I have noticed, even if I'm only playing with one other player, that the load screen does... Oh, wow, this time it did not. Okay. Way to go, game. Prove me wrong mid-sentence. Jesus.
Strategic targets located in the area. With a surgical strike, we can break their chain of command and harvest valuable data.
Alright, let's do this.
I shall flay you alive. Drench me with your blood.
What the hell? Oh, I switched abilities. Did not want to do that. Switch skill sets, I should say. There we go.
You cannot hurt me.
Okay. I think we got this down right here. Shit. Kill these guys. Wow, that sorcerer is standing strong.
Unleash death.
Okay, this dude's just bashing me in the face. I've just noticed that. So much crap going on here.
Undesired variable removed.
And down he goes. Very nice, Horus. Good luck. Ooh, I am so close to dead. Where the... Ah, they're up here. Ooh, that's a good little cluster for me to shoot. There we go. And this cluster right here. Oh, help. And it killed me. Oh, I hate that particular new warp heat ability. Jesus. Wow, apparently a couple of us went down. Good God. Is there any way I can... Yeah, just respawn. I'm not going to make them wait for me to get done here. Not going to make them wait for me to wake up. Where are they? Yeah, they're over here. Let's just hit this guy with the molten beam for now. Okay, heal up. Deal with this sorcerer here. Alright, drop the firestorm. Come on. You.
Threat eradicated. Mission status updated.
Good lord. This is a rough mission.
Blood sacrifice.
Jesus. Screw it. Hey dude, I'm just gonna stand right here.
Cursed Inquisitor. Chew on this.
Good lord. Oh, going that way, I guess. Crowd control. When it doesn't murder us.
Let me taste your
I'm stuck on something.
volley fire.
Let's see. Ah, there's a lot of dudes here.
Claim your soul.
Let's drop this right in the middle. Yep, screw this Chaos Champion. Come on. Jesus, come on. We got this. It's gonna melt this guy down for a few minutes. Not like he seems to mind. Come on.
Enemy combat efficiency at critical level. No further actions needed. The machine god is pleased. End of log.
I think that's the last of them. Yep, you guys got my vote. Oh, there's money. Oh shit, there's dudes up here to kill. Let me help out. I didn't realize one of our party members was fighting. Kind of feel like shit just kind of sitting there while he was off, almost dying. Ooh, new inoculator. Not one I'll use, though. I don't like that makeup of abilities. Not for me. Or slots, I should say. Let's see about getting a new staff. Now, you were saying it was under Force staff, correct? Oh. That is weird as hell. That is really weird. Okay. I could use a new one, though. I have not upgraded my pyrokinetic staff in forever. So let's do that now. I'm not going to have it ready at the moment, just because, as you guys can see, I got a bunch of other... Yeah, let's craft that. So it looks like we'll do another... Okay. That's true, Ruby, but you gotta be honest, the orcs take it to, like, extreme levels. I mean, good lord. Alright, next mission. Well, that's true, Horace. Yarrick is always a special case. Much as I love Yarrick, though, he's not my favorite commissar. I have others I prefer. I've seen recommendations and suggestions on YouTube to watch that, Ruby. The Emperor, if the Emperor had a text-speech device. Never clicked on it, but I think I'll give it a try.
The very existence of this filth defiles the Imperium. They may be great in numbers, but if we sever the head, the body will die. Kill their leaders and break their will.
Alright. Guess it's me and this dude. There. Wow, that's a lot of fucking demons. Okay. Well, let's clear some of these dudes out. Damn, demons are talking again. They need to stop that shit.
I shall free you alive. Unleash death.
Cut it out, you fucking demons. Now, we ran into a hell brute right off the bat. What kind of bullshit is this?
He deserved worse. Much worse.
Good God.
Unknown energy grid reconstructed. Combat effectiveness of enemy units decreased. No logical explanation to the phenomenon.
Okay, that's another big group. Nuke it. Ah, if only I could keep up.
Sweet suffering. You.
No, you were not going to hide behind cover and take pot shots. And, oh, okay, I'm gonna need this. That shit's back.
Honor me with your suffering.
5,000 damage. Did I read that right? On all those dudes? Can't be right. Okay, let's drop another firestorm. Ooh, almost died there. Oh, you damn. And I did die there. Got surrounded by Chaos Marines. Oh, I'll make it back to the party. Jesus, all the way over there. It's gonna be a bit of a hike. I think it'll be over by the time I get there. Okay. Let's do this again.
No pity.
Alright, here we go. Miss something back there? No. It's...
Beg to your false emperor.
If I see Blood Ravens, I'm going to be sorely disappointed because I'll be preparing myself for a very lackluster story and shitty writing. Hey, Plague Ogren. Hey guys, die.
Your head is mine.
So much shit going on this screen right now. Gonna get right up in here so my shield can help murder him.
Savor the pain. Sacred murder.
Well, that group's dead. Ooh.
Chaos gods.
This again.
Ready to your head on a
Well, I'm gonna drop that right there in the middle. I'm gonna try to use my staff to not just get outright murdered by my own warp heat. Oh, this guy has got an issue with me, apparently. Shit, 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 shit. That dude is following me. I think this guy's got a vendetta. And down. Man, I'm gonna take all the respawns for myself. Well, I'm not going to let them do that fight by
That's our
themselves.
last chance, Inquisitor. Now or never.
Yeah, I need to focus down these damn Space Marines.
You set a fine example for their kind, Inquisitor.
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required.
Onward! Die, maggots, die! At your command.
Die, human.
Reconnaissance force relieved. Set basic. Follow and protect orders to the survivors.
Don't think there's any more loot laying around. Oh, yeah. There we go. Ooh, new word vein staffs. I think I've been needing one of those for a while. New skill point. Could use that. Oh, now you give me a new pyrokinetic staff after I started crafting one. New level, hell yeah. Another pyrokinetic staff. Again, right after I decided to friggin' craft one. Alright, let's do... see what I get some new shit of. Purity seal? That is a nice purity seal. I will take that purity seal. And now, apparently... let's see, word vein. Let's go with this word vein staff. And now that we got a new pyro. Pyrokinetic staff. Ooh, that sounds nice. How did I get promoted to the... Alright. So, now that the party's split up for a bit here, someone's going AFK for a little while, we are going to try to give the assassin a shot. I'm gonna have to actually create a damn assassin, but it shouldn't take long. Let's see here. Create assassin. Just because I would like that's my favorite setup is the sniper rifle from what little I've played in the past, the assassin. I'm gonna go with this. And shit, I have no idea what to name a damn assassin. Any ideas, chat? Gorilla Man? Gorilla Man for respect, huh? Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you, chat. Kimi did a damn fine job in that co-op game. Hell, I was the one dying using up the respawns. Huh. I'm not sure I'm gonna name my assassin Gorilla Man, just saying. Let's see here. Well, I stand by what I said, Kimi. You guys were so... I couldn't even keep up with you guys. I don't know how the hell your Crusaders are so fast, but... my dude is slow as hell. Sister Ball Breaker. You know what? I can live with that. In fact, we might go all the way through. You know what? Sure, Horus. I can't fit all that. So we might just have to go with Ball Breaker for this particular character. I think Horus won that naming contest. Alright, let's take in the Assassin Ball Breaker. And yeah, I understand that, Kimi. The close combat character, I've got a Crusader as well, but he's nowhere near that fast. Holy crap. Alright, let's dive into this. See what's changed, because they also said they've reworked, when they most recent patch, they reworked some of the cutscenes and added cutscenes and new dialogue. So let's see how this works.
Inquisitor's log. Classified report for later transmission. I am closing on the source of the inquisitorial distress signal I was assigned to investigate. It has an ancient encryption used by the Holy Ordos. It is authentic but extremely old. The intensity of the Caligari warp surges is beyond anything I've experienced. There were many delays during the journey, but the coordinates I received from the Caligari Conclave finally led me to this desolate system. This signal is coming from a battered fortress monastery. It got through the warp surges with considerable
I'll
loss
do
of
that,
data,
Kimi. That sounds
and my
hilarious.
astropath has been unable to decipher it. I will personally investigate the source of this mysterious signal.
Can I just say this is my favorite part of the whole game so far, cutscenes and everything? Because it shows off, like, the ridiculous
Inquisitor,
scale
this is your
of
captain
40k
speaking.
stuff. Like, you could drive
I'm
this,
still trying to hail the monastery.
you know, fly
but
this
get no
ship,
response.
this transport directly down the barrel of
looks
the
intact,
cannon.
though. I think it was simply abandoned a very long time ago.
Then what do you expect to find over there?
Something that once belonged to the Inquisition, and lots of empty halls.
That is gorgeous, though.
Sounds exciting. I've instructed your pilots to land on the hangar deck.
Good lord, that fast?
Stand by and wait for my signal.
Inquisitor, the automatic defense system has been activated. The turrets are attacking you. Do you...
Now, I'm not entirely sure a Valkyrie would have survived that. Those look like some damn big guns. That's true. The void shields should, you know,
Captain,
probably
do you
did
copy?
help.
Captain Van Winter, can you hear me? Strange. Vox communication is jammed and I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log, in case I don't return. Inquisitorial log. New entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect that the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been
Sorry
destroyed
about that,
along
Kimi.
with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
Blame Twitch, blame Neocore, blame someone else. Not my fault, dude. And then this creepy ass head embedded in the wall.
Open the door.
Oh, it didn't happen that time. That's different. Doesn't it usually just spit out some weird garbled shit about things in the wall? In the walls? Odd.
An ancient cogitator. Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
Let's see. Basically all the same. Prayers of maintenance required. Invocations of blessed recalibration required in the following zones. Bunch of corrupt shit.
Just as I suspected, it's a pile of rust. At least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on the ship for other details.
If it makes you feel better, Kimmy, feel free to blame me for that.
New log entry. Found some corpses. Blood smells and tastes fresh. The wounds are recent. I have no idea what killed them, but it's not human and it's still close.
Yeah, let's get rid of all that stuff. That's new, though. And they're just sniper rifles sitting in the middle of the hall.
Let's see how this weapon works. Yes, I think it will do.
And here comes the first dude. Oh, that's new. Isn't that usually a marauder? Gonna send a plague ogre after me?
Of chaos. An interesting challenge, at least.
And let's do that and just mix up the fire a little bit.
What a shame. A magnificent Imperial tomb despoiled by chaos. It will be a glorious task scraping this place clean again.
Yeah, it's a little like everything 40k. The scale is a little ridiculous. Alright. Remind myself what all this shit does. Excellent, okay.
New log entry. I have found a room tainted by the filth of chaos.
You think?
There is also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator. It could contain information on how I could turn off the Vox jammer.
Just taking control of the game away from me, huh? Martyr opened fire on an approaching rogue trader vessel. No personnel were involved.
I found new information. There is an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming signals.
And it's guarded.
Open the door.
It is in the walls now.
Now it talks.
Everywhere. Taint. In the machines.
By the Emperor. What foul abomination is this?
She sounds really excited for the foul abomination. You guys notice that?
Oh, but you shouldn't talk, mindless drone. Hush now and watch that door.
Okay. I like her.
Drench me
Dead.
with your blood.
Dead. Or supposed to be dead. There we go. Okay, you know what? Let's go around behind.
Puny firing.
I don't know, at this point, depending on how much shit this ship's been through, I don't know if they're actually going to repair it. They might just blow the damn thing up. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how the game ends. You just blow this possessed thing just completely away.
I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Van Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally. I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Trust me, I'm on your side. I'm not saying I don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
Let's be honest, most people probably aren't loyal to the Inquisition. Aside from the Inquisitors themselves. I mean, hell, I wouldn't trust them. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I've made it out of the hangar where I found evidence of a serious chaos infestation. I need to investigate this further and establish connection with my ship. You just did.
Our augurs have picked up a Vox signal not far from your location. It is transmitting on an Imperial channel. It could be important.
I'm on my way there.
Yep, let's go meet up with the Imperium's worst space marine.
Eat lead.
I'm just gonna blow all these up. Seems like the way to go, doesn't it? Hello, Nurgle.
What have you found down there, Inquisitor?
All Nurgle stuff.
The handiwork of a cult. The remains of an inquisitorial expedition. A tasteless offering to a powerful servant of chaos.
In other words, there's something on that ship that requires human sacrifice. Wonderful.
Yeah, sounds lovely to me.
Sacreds.
Let's see here. Take out this group. There we go. I do like how she just tears through everything.
I shall wear your cadaver.
Man, there is no need for that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You don't have to be that nasty. I haven't even used her special ability yet.
Grenades. Lack the precision I'd normally prefer. Not that I'm complaining in this situation.
Machine spirit is slowly becoming insane. It started to override the defense systems. Goody. An insane ship on this scale. Will you look at that?
A proper welcome committee at last. That grenade could be useful now.
Not complaining about the lack of precision now, are you?
Steel ray.
And right there. Let's just go ahead and do that.
Dodge this.
Didn't do as much damage as I hoped it would. Okay, you are getting way too close. Lord, another grenade, please. I'll get out of here. Okay, the cooldown is crazy on that grenade. And... oh, what the fuck? Okay. That was unfortunate. My fault entirely, but that was unfortunate. Damn turrets are more dangerous than that dude is. And boom. Don't know why it's rotating through him like that, but I can live with it. Yep, I'll see you in game later, Kimi. There we go. About damn time, Jesus. Let's make sure we go in this room over here. Walk through the bodies. Corrupted code, I've received your message. Uther will be our death. Okay, people are not happy about Uther. Yeah, so far, all of this has been exactly the same. Except for, like, obviously the Assassin's dialogue. And I like the Assassin's dialogue. That looks bad. Oh, nice. I mean, not for them. It sucks for them. But it looks cool. And let's see, I've got the auto pistol now. You know, I can't say I've ever actually used the auto pistol very much. Well, let's do it now.
Sacred mud.
Not bad. And then dead Space Marine. Jesus.
I found the body of a fallen Adeptus Astartes.
What? Did you just say that there was a dead Space Marine down there?
He must have been a member of that unlucky Imperial reconnaissance team I found.
Allow me to clarify that. You only found pieces of them.
That's what I
So
said.
it's just you against something that tore apart one of the mightiest champions of the Imperium.
Don't jump to conclusions just yet, Captain. It could easily be more than one creature.
Yeah, I do actually like how that pistol's working. You look at the other abilities real quick. Full auto, crippling salvo, and assault gunnery. Oh, moving towards the enemy.
Made for the Chaos Maw.
That's cool, I like that, actually. Okay, that was fun, actually. And full auto. Holy shit. Anything over here? Aside from me assuming that's probably the way I have to go. Let's go back here and click on this. The next corpse. We're gonna run into a lot of these.
Team Sigma, this is Chaos Thorn speaking. Team Sigma, come in.
I'm afraid Team Sigma won't be responding anytime soon.
What? Who are you, and what are you doing there? Taking a stroll on the decks? By the Emperor!
Mind your manners.
Jesus.
I'm an Inquisitor, and I don't tolerate...
An Inquisitor? About bloody time. I thought your lot had followed Lord Klosterheim into the Dark Zone. Listen, we're under heavy attack in the control room, so I'd appreciate it if you could join us while we deliver the Emperor's will until our most triumphant death. Thorn out.
Well, considering how weak of a space marine you
I
happen to
established
be,
connection with someone from an Imperial expedition on the ship,
but
but he is clearly
you probably will
confusing
die
me
soon.
with someone else.
Huh. I guess I am going to come over here and explore this, because the other way is the way out. Nothing. Yeah, just playing around with the dodge mechanic. Who do we have to drop now? Lots of guys, actually. It's a lot of fuckers on this ship. Can I actually access my inventory? Yes, I can. Oh my god. I have 30 skill points to spend, and I don't have the slightest idea what kind of build I want to do with a... with this character. Holy shit, I was not expecting that. I should have been, but I wasn't. Alright, should we go to Las Pistol, or should we stay with... So let's see. Let's put in a better eye implant. Let's go with at least... I'm probably going to be using the sniper rifle more, but those have signums in them already. So let's put this over in the pistols. Full melee for the pistols, huh? Just like the assassin in Dawn of War 1. Jesus. It apparently takes a lot to unlock that one. Then again, I've not used melee for too long. Single DPS would be a good move, I would imagine, for like the sniping stuff. Interesting. Well, since I have enough points, I might want to try to see which one of these skills would be better. So let's see. Do you want accuracy, So, yeah, let's mix it up a little bit. I want to actually go straight to 10 for the accuracy. And... Carnal Squeeze, huh? Is the name of one of the abilities this thing has. But let's go ahead and put some into survival. And I think I'm gonna... I actually hadn't noticed that. About the... You know, just hitting people with his pistols in melee. I think I'm not going to spend these points right now. I'm actually going to go on to the next mission. I'll have to think about what kind of assassin I want to make. Because I don't want to go with anything even remotely AoE with this character, because both of my other characters are AoE beasts. Alright, into the next mission we shall go.
It's gone again. Another wave of filth is on its way to face me in a glorious carnage. I want your help as soon as possible.
Careful, Thorn. That was dangerously close to insolence. And you are definitely confusing me with someone else.
You are an Inquisitor, which is enough for me right now. The whole deck is swarming with the local mongrel tribes, and they've sent their champions to rally the troops. I need you to eliminate these creatures. It will slow down the tribes.
For chaos.
Alright. Let's see.
So you're heading to the control room to disable the jammer?
That's the plan, yes.
And who is this Caius Thorn exactly?
Quite a character. Otherwise, I have no idea. He seems to think that I'm a member of his mysterious expedition.
Kill
If
off
there
all these
is an
little hordes.
expedition, they might be trapped in that monastery, just like you.
Why do you think so?
I made a
Yeah, I like
scan.
the auto
That
pistols more
giant
than the
wreckage
last
looks
pistols.
completely dead from here. No sign of any other voidcraft in the vicinity.
So I'm just gonna go back to my sniper rifle. We're gonna go around the side and murder the rest of these dudes.
Dodge this.
Go down.
Die, Inquisitor.
Hey guys.
Death rain.
What is that special item I am actually holding right now? Fuck. Stop throwing shit at me. Okay, I'll just wait for the demons to come out of the fog at me. This dude right here just needs to go down. Dead? Jesus. Bunch of dead demons. Check. Now you. Let's get that snipe. Yes. Man, this fucker is not going down. Now he's gone. Head, please. Stunned him. Still not a dead heretic. Come on.
I've eliminated the first tribal champion. I wonder if those mongrel tribes are the descendants of the original inhabitants. I guess I'll know more soon.
Alright, what's the Cogitator got to say? So thrice blessed fortress monastery. We need emergency overhaul. Everything's the same so far. What item do I have? Stun mine, huh? That'd work. Actually make use of that. Never had a lot of luck with mines in this game, though, but I'll certainly give it another shot. I'm gonna throw this like
Firing.
right here. Yeah, just hey now. Nope. Sorry.
Obliterate.
Not gonna happen.
Such a fine trophy.
Good lord, bouncing around like a damn flea or something. Yep, nope. I'm just gonna come up right here and shoot you in the face.
Thorn here. How are you faring, Inquisitor?
Considering that I'm alone, I'd say that I'm making adequate progress.
Alone? Where's the rest of your detachment?
Under some smoldering wreckage.
Well, that's unlucky. But that's all the more demons for us to kill. Let us rejoice in the furious challenge. Thorn out.
Yeah, but you fail that challenge, dude. Okay, I guess we're gonna be using this. Nope. Nope. Anything in here? I really doubt it. Oh, except for... Except for just a bunch of these little bastards.
Curse you, Inquisitor. Chew on this.
Nope. You are not gonna hit me with that, dude. Knock it off.
Savor the...
Gotta say, in general, I prefer weapons with ammunition in this game to the heat system. Just personal preference at this point. The hell? Did not mean to open that.
You cannot hurt me.
I like how confident these guys are that they can't be killed. I mean, it's misplaced confidence. Alright, you little fuckers. Yeah, I gotta admit, the sounds of the projectile weapons are also more impressive. Oh, I hate these standard bearer motherfuckers. Come on. We got him. Did he just crush a bunch of his own people? That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, it's a nice thing that the swords in this game are that good, too, because... Yeah. Melee is a lot of fun in this game. Bastards. You know what? I'm just gonna focus on your boss over here. As soon as he goes down, most of you guys are just gonna disappear, right?
Death ray.
Yep, that's what happened. Alright.
The filth of chaos has retreated from my door. Regrouping, I'd say. I take it you killed the tribal champions.
Yep, all three of them.
Yes, I purged the place.
How ambitious. I like that. But believe me, there is still much work to be done. You'll find a desecrated shrine next door that leads to the control room.
On my
Go
way.
there.
Thorn, I've reached the end of this subdeck.
Good. There is the exit. Some of my men will meet you on the other side, but plenty of them have been captured. I'll need your help to set them free.
I'll work on it. If you guys could give me another auto pistol, that would be fantastic. A better auto pistol. Not the one I have now. The one I have now kind of sucks. A better one. Or a shotgun. Shotgun works. Okay, what am I getting from this? Plasma pistol. Oh, that works too. Huh. Let's take a look here. Look at our inventory. Much better sniper rifle. I thought I equipped that, actually. Guess I forgot. Much better armor. Granted, we are going full... Ah, that just looks silly to me. I understand it's lore accurate, but that just looks silly to me. So I can either go with dual normal auto pistols or I can bust out the shotgun. I'm going to bust out the shotgun. Alright. But we've been going here for about 2.5 hours. I think it is about time to end today's stream. It's about all the time I have for today. So thank you everybody so very much for stopping by and joining in the conversation. It's been a lot of fun basically talking about 40k and running through some co-op missions and everything. So yeah, thanks. It's been a blast for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for... don't say what, Ruby? But yeah, we'll go ahead and have a bit more of this going on tomorrow. And as I mentioned before, in case you guys missed it at the beginning of the stream, we are going to be going for a oh god, excuse me. Going to be going for a 2-hour going to be going for at least a 2-hour stream, and it's going to start at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And as I said, I don't mind if it goes over. 2 to 3 hours is kind of the goal right now, and we're going to be doing that daily. So, yeah. And this whole long-ass 2.5 to almost 2 hours and 40-minute stream will also be going up on YouTube in case you missed part of it, or you just want to rewatch it. Either way, it'll be there for you guys to watch. Have a good night, guys.